Hey, I'm George Tift, and this is BoomerBust. In the last episode, we talked about the day knowledge went mass market, the printing press, when books finally escaped from the scribes, when information stopped being scarce, when power quietly slipped away from the institutions that depended upon controlling the access. But today's episode isn't about access, it's about ownership. Something happened recently without a ceremony or an announcement. Something very unprecedented happened. Knowledge stopped belonging to human beings. For all of human history, knowledge had a very specific shape. It was learned slowly, stored imperfectly, and passed on through people. Even after writing came on the scene, knowledge was still human-centered. A book didn't know anything. A book was inert. It required a human mind to activate it. The same is true with libraries, with universities, the internet. The internet doesn't think. It just pointed to what was already there. Google didn't know anything. It helped you find what other humans had already written. That distinction matters because until now, every system of knowledge still depended on human cognition somewhere in the loop. Memory, judgment, interpretation, responsibility. Then AI broke that chain. Most people think the AI revolution is about speed, faster research, faster writing, faster analysis. That's not the real shift. The real shift is generation. For the first time in history, knowledge doesn't just move faster, it appears. AI systems don't retrieve information the way search engines do. They synthesize it. They model reality statistically and produce outputs that look like understanding. It's not copied, it's not quoted, it's generated. That means something profound. We've crossed from knowledge as memory to knowledge as prediction. AI doesn't know what is. It knows what usually comes next. And yet, to the human brain, the difference is almost invisible. That's why this feels unsettling, even when it feels useful. For centuries, human value was tied to one core function: being a container. You mattered because you remembered things. You knew procedures. You had experience, credentials. Knowledge made you more valuable. Not wisdom, not judgment, excess. AI collapses that entire model. It doesn't care how long you've been doing something. It doesn't care how hard it was for you to learn it. It doesn't care how prestigious your institution was. It produces comparable outputs instantly. And that's when the panic sets in. Because if knowledge no longer belongs to humans, then experience, tenure, and memorization stop protecting people. This isn't just an economic shock, it's an identity shock. Entire careers were built on being the one who knows. I'm the guy who knows. Now knowledge exists outside the human life cycle. It doesn't retire, it doesn't forget, it doesn't die. And this is where the conversation usually derails. People say AI is replacing thinking. AI is making people stupid. AI is hollowing out intelligence. That's the wrong framing. AI isn't replacing thinking. It's replacing default thinking. The kind of thinking that worked when answers were hard to get. Memorize, recall, repeat. That era is over. And it's not the first time. Writing didn't kill memory. It killed needing to memorize everything. Books didn't destroy wisdom. They destroyed a monopoly. The internet didn't end expertise, but it did expose weak expertise. AI is doing the same thing, just faster and more brutally. This is the part that rarely gets said clearly. AI cannot decide what matters. It cannot choose moral trade-offs. It can't assign meaning, bear responsibility, or it can't live with the consequences. It can generate answers. It cannot own outcomes. It can optimize systems. It can't justify values. And that's where human relevance shifts, not disappears. When knowledge belonged to humans, knowing things was enough. Now, knowing things is table stakes. The value moves up the stack, from answers to questions, from information to judgment, from output to accountability. This is where a new divide forms, not between humans and machines, but between humans who adapt and humans who cling. Some people will use AI to avoid thinking. Others will use it to think better. Some will outsource their responsibility. Others will sharpen their judgment. The danger isn't AI making bad decisions. The danger is humans letting AI make decisions without oversight because they don't want the burden. It's not a technology problem, it's a human one. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Knowledge didn't get taken from humans. We gave it up. We optimized for convenience. We rewarded speed over depth. We valued output over understanding. AI simply followed the incentives we built. And now it's payday. The bill is due. This isn't the end of thinking. It's the end of thinking being optional. If you don't actively develop judgment, someone else or something else will supply it for you. In the next episode, we're going to talk about the most painful realization of all. The moment experience stopped being a moat. When decades of doing things the hard way no longer guaranteed relevance. And why adaptation now matters more than seniority ever did. Till then, I'm George Tiff. This is BoomerBust. Y'all come back now. Here.